Hey Virgo, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be doing twin flame readings. So if you're part of a twin flame, you'll understand what kind of reading this is. If not, if you're curious, there's a lot of information on the internet, okay, about twin flames, but to make it as simplified as I possibly can, okay, speaking about it with my duality mind, trying to explain something that's based on non-duality, which is the soul. So, the twin flame connection is one soul in two bodies, all right? If you meet your twin flame in this life or any other life, that means you're having two incarnations in the same life. So, it's just your soul in another body having another incarnation, all right? Now, when it comes to twin flames, gender does not apply. If I say divine masculine, I can be talking about a male or a female. If I say divine feminine, same, I can be talking about a male or a female. Twin flames can also be same-sex relationships, all right? And as I learn more, I took the course and I'm still learning. I'm a student of this myself, but as I go through the reading and things come to me, I'll let you know. Like, for instance, you're a Virgo. Your twin flame does not have to be a Virgo. Your twin can be any sign in the zodiac. And the majority of you who are going to watch this are going to be divine feminines, okay? Or people who are considered the yin energy, because it's a yin and yang, okay? Energy. It's the balance. Even though we all have both, it's balancing those energies between you and your twin, and it's about it's really a journey of self-love and healing, and the mission is always whatever the mission is, that you get the codes from God, from source, those downloads, that they're in your DNA. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. These readings can get lengthy. Sometimes they take a lot out of me as a reader, because I'm an empath. I pick up on the energies, and I understand the twin flame journey. I'm part of a twin myself, and I understand. I understand a lot about it. I went through the course just so I could get a better grip of my own journey, my own emotions, and just how I react, how I behave. Because it's very, you can get addicted to your twin. You can actually get addicted to the physical person, and it's really because you're drawn to your own energy. You can also, be rejected because it's really you rejecting yourself, okay? And this is why it's important. It's a journey of self-love, learning to love yourself, forgive the past, ascension, working on your ascension, going within, okay? Connecting at the soul level, because that's where you are connected with your twin. You're connected at a soul level. You're not connected on a physical level or a mental level. Though a lot of twins do believe they have a mental telepathy between each other. I'm not anyone to judge that. It's, you feel what you feel, you believe what you believe. All right, I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to consider this to be your side, Virgo, and I'm going to consider this to be your twin side. Like I said, the majority of you who are awoken or who are aware of this journey are going to be the yin energy, and it will be most likely the yin energy Virgos who tune into this. Now, sometimes your twin will spy on you, and if you've said anything to your twin about a twin flame journey, or trying to explain things, which, by the way, that's trying to also control the outcome, that may trigger your twin to actually look into what that is. They may even spy on you when it comes to the journey. They may spy on your sign or something. They may see it that way. But majority of you are going to be the yin energy checking this out. So I'm going to do your energy on the left, Virgo, and your twin's energy on the right. So it's like two readings. That's why these readings are longer. All right? It's exactly why they're longer. Anything else for Virgo? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have Strength in reverse. This can mean a couple of things. It could mean that feeling weak. All right, not strong enough to do the journey. It can also mean ego death, which is, I hope, is what it means, because that is part of this journey as well, is ego death, the ego construct, breaking down those walls of everything that we were raised to believe in. Not saying everything was bad, but there are a lot of things that that we were raised to believe in that just aren't true, and they just don't work out. We follow that plan, we follow that path, and we still find ourselves in turmoil and heartache and not feeling fulfilled. So it's killing the ego means that you're putting love first in your life, and fear, you're not having a room for fear, because you're going to operate out of two modes. You're either going to operate from love, or you're going to operate from fear. And to operate from fear would be, okay, I'm afraid I'm not strong enough to do this journey. That's operating out of fear. Operating for love is, I know what I feel. I know it's real. And I'm brave, and I'm going to go through this, and that's operating from love. Okay. From your knowing what makes you happy. So on your side, we have 3 cards. I'm trying to get rid of the glare. Okay. We have the Sun reverse. We have the Lovers upright. And we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. So what this tells me is, the Emperor is not awoken. All right. Maybe the Emperor, um, maybe the Emperor is you also. Okay. It could be you, not being in touch with both sides, or balancing your own energies. It could also have to do with the Emperor isn't with you because maybe there is a child involved. Now, we do have Aries energy with the Emperor. Does not have to be. Any sign can be the Emperor. We have the Lovers, which is the twins. It's Gemini energy, but you don't have to be dealing with a Gemini. And the Sun is Leo energy, and you don't have to be dealing with a Leo, but the Sun can mean a lot of things for me. It can mean, basically, someone's not happy. It seems like the Emperor is not happy, but why is it affecting your energy? And it has a lot to do with this separation, this separation. Now, there could be a child involved. It could be that, because the Sun card can mean that, but it does not need to mean that. All right, we need more cards before we can determine all that. Now, I want to pull some cards for your twin and see what we get. But the Emperor in the reverse could be this the Strength card. Why the Strength card is in the reverse? Someone could literally not be feeling strong enough, not strong enough to do this journey. All right. All right. Now, on your twin side, which is funny, it's Virgo. That's the Hermit card. That's technically your card, but this is showing up for. It's really weird. It's like your energies are intertwined with each other, because it's like your energy where you're supposed to be is like your. It's like your twin is coming through, and it's like where your twin is supposed to be. It's like your energy. It's so weird. Anyways, with the Hermit on the bottom, it says to me that your twin has possibly completed the dark night of the soul, because this is the Hermit in the upright. They could be entering it, or they could have finished it, because the Hermit is exiting the cave. All right. But that just makes that, I just feel so weird, because usually I get the opposite energy. Usually I get the energy on this side of the person who it's weird. Your guys' energy is weird. This is the first time this happened. The energy is mixed. I feel like this is your twin's energy. It should be over here, and then I don't know. Anyway, on your twin side. All right. Okay. So they're going through the dark night of the soul. All right. They haven't finished. They haven't, and it makes sense because if you are the yin energy, the divine feminine, you should be a little ahead, and they should be right behind you. You know, it doesn't always have to be that way. It's like I say, Eckhart Tolle, he didn't have a twin here that we're aware of, but he went through the dark night of the soul all on his own. Now, we have the world upright. We have the strength in reverse. This is how you're mirroring each other. You both got the strength card in reverse, okay? So that's what we call mirroring. We have transformation in reverse, and we have judgment in reverse. Okay. Your twin is not went through the awakening process, and I would be speaking about a masculine, a yang energy. The yang energy has not gone through the awakening and the transformation. All right. Weird that it's showing up in your energy, and that's maybe neither one of you are strong enough for this journey. Maybe it's also talking about that. So because of lack of strength, there was an ending. So safe to say, if you have any interaction or if you know who your twin is, things ended because lack of strength to go through the journey, whether on both parts or one part. All right. I'm going to pull some romance angels. So like I said, your energy over here, Virgo, and your twin's energy over here. Give me some cards for Virgo. All right. And for Virgo's twin. All right. So for you, we got, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner in which you seek. All right. So you may have an inkling of who that is. All right. And on your twin side, we got flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. And you might hear from them. They might come in flirting. I don't know. Maybe you guys were flirting with each other. Maybe you guys recently met. I don't know. This is weird. It's just weird. Like I said, I feel like your energies are very strongly mixing together, and that's not normal for me. No, usually I'm able to separate the energies. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let's just go on forward. If you get something from this, you do, you know. All right. We have summertime here. There may be something significant about the summer, okay, when it comes to you and your twin. Maybe things started up in the summertime. Maybe they'll start up in the summertime again. We have the summers around the corner, okay? All right. Now we have observer and we have offer. Now I like seeing the observer card because that's being present in the moment. This is how we work on our ascension, okay, is doing soul stuff. You're connected at the soul, so you want to do soul things. Well, what can souls do? They can observe. They can be present in the moment. You know, they're the viewer, the witnesser, right? The one in silence. Everything, meditation. It's being one. It's oneness, okay? But somebody may be in the observer moment and either want to make an offer. Now, this is on your side. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your twin. I don't know, because like I said, in this reading, I'm getting your energies are very close together. And reinvention, okay? You or your twin or both of you, you know, may be reinventing yourself, okay? For example, usually when twins meet, they are a catalyst, okay, for one another's ascension. So I'll give you an example. I was doing one particular thing for a living, and then my trajectory, my path, it shifted. So twins can be catalysts like that. So maybe you're going through a phase where you're wanting to try on a different pair of shoes, do something different, don't feel like what you've been doing is completely satisfying and fulfilling, and maybe you feel you have a higher calling or a different calling. And the same could go for your twin as well, because you guys will be catalysts for one another. All right, and this card wanted to come out. And then we have compromise. And the key to any twin flame connection or relationship is compromise. It's understanding, because a lot of times twin flame relationships are very different. They're not your typical soulmate connections. There's an understanding, there's a deep knowing. So it's like often you both know things without no one ever telling you. You know things about, for instance, let's say um, let's say you're an adventurer, right? You like to go on adventures and travel or document these places where you go, okay? And maybe your twin, they do that, but in a similar way. Maybe they're not adventurers, but maybe they're like a leader, right? Because twin flames have specific roles that they play in society to help raise the vibration of mankind. So let's say maybe your twin is someone who, like maybe, what if you're both in the public eye, right? You're maybe an adventurer documenting things. It raises the vibration of the planet, the people. You're teaching the people how to be more, higher vibrational, to have fun. But it doesn't mean not be responsible, right? So many people are afraid to live their dream. Let's say, and you do that, and you document that, and you're in the public eye. And then let's say your twin is also in the public eye, but maybe they're not doing things that teach people how to, go on adventures to raise their vibration, but they are being a leader in some sort of way that show people how to raise their vibration. Okay. Like for instance, kind of like what I do. I teach people, well, through my readings, you do not have to be in this state of waiting, okay, for your twin. You can go on in your life and do things and be productive. And, I'm a leader in that sense of saying, don't wait around. That's toxic. Move forward. Do things that are good. Work on your ascension. Work on yourself. And so you see how both twins are sort of doing similar things, right? They're both raising the vibration of the planet. They're both raising humanity, but in different ways. It's interesting. So on the bottom of the deck, we have Dark Night of the Soul. And I suspect that, Virgo, you're going to be going through the Dark Night of the Soul. If you've already went through the Dark Night of the Soul, this probably is not your reading, because usually the Dark Night of the Soul is a very lonely feeling. It's a feeling sometimes you have a hard time having a lot of energy and a lot of drive. It's very similar to depression, but it's not a depression that lasts forever. It's a journey that forces you to basically go within, okay? To stop looking outward for pleasure, but to go within and to contact source and talk with God, and really go through all of these feelings. Like for me, it was a lot of a loneliness, a lot of, I felt like someone died. It was very dark times for me. And it's, and you just feel very alone. Okay. And it forced me to talk to God and say, okay, God, this can't be happening like this for the rest of my life. We got to work together. And it is. And that's when God starts talking to you, or source, if you don't believe in God, the universe starts sending you message, talking to you and leading you, the path that you're supposed to be on. And then you start to see improvements in your life, and it actually brightens and raises your vibration. And then from going through all of these dark times and coming out of these dark times, you're actually able to help others who are there and to raise their vibration, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. So let's see what cards come out for your twin. What cards come out for your twin? Spring. Interesting. You got summer, they got spring. And as I make this, we are in spring, though these readings are timeless. So keep in mind, spring for them, summer for you. Shadow work. See, you're mirroring each other. Now I understand why your energies are so close. In the beginning of the reading was awkward because your energies are very close. Dark night of the soul for you, shadow work. Really, it's not a lot of difference, okay? So you guys are really mirroring each other in cycles. You both have karmic cycles. They definitely have karmic cycles that they have to end, okay? And this person looks like they're wearing perhaps a wedding dress and a rose behind the back, and I don't know, but it's cycles. And this is on your twin side. So your twin may have karmic cycles that they need to close out. And for them, on their side, we got the answer is no. This also wanted to come out on your side, but the answer is going to be no until the vibrations are raised, okay? When we're in the energy of dark night of the soul or shadow work, our vibrations aren't going to be the highest. It's kind of like being in a cocooning phase, right? Like when the butterfly is a caterpillar, it's in a cocoon, it can't do anything. It's like the dark night of the soul. And then when it emerges transformed, and it's beautiful, and it's illuminated, and its vibrations are raised. So right now, union would be tough just because there's so much healing that needs to be done. And my phone went off as I said that, and that's confirmation of that. And the trick is to surrender to the journey. That's going to be for both of you, to surrender to the divine. And there may be some abandonment issues that are involved, okay? Because we have the abandoned card. So you and your twin will have similar lessons to learn. So you may have similar experiences you go through. You both may have abandonment issues. But after that happens, then we have the answer is yes. Okay, there's a healing process that has to happen. All right, let's move along to the Osho Zen deck. Give me some cards for Virgo. And basically everything I just said, it's coming out in this card on your side. All right. On the bottom of the deck, I'll show you in a minute, but the first thing is I want to show is, look, going within. Look, it's like I said, when you go within, you get your messages. Look at those guides. You see all those spirit guides and ancestors in heaven. They are just guiding that person, okay? And that's what it's going to be like when you get through the dark night of the soul. You're not going to be listening to every person who gives you a piece of advice. You're going to listen to your spirit guides first. You're going to be in tune. I mean, it's like, this whole thing is orchestrated by God, because you thought you were strong in the 3D world, but maybe you weren't that strong in the spiritual world, okay? Or maybe you weren't as mentally strong. Basically, God breaks you down and builds you back up, but he builds you back up stronger. You're now physically strong. If you're physically strong, you're still physically strong, but now you're spiritually strong and you're emotionally strong. Your mind, your body, and your spirit are strong. All right. Now, on the bottom of the deck, I just want to show you, we got stress. A lot of you might be experiencing a lot of stress. A lot of you might feel like, if somebody pokes you one more time, you're just going to pop, because that monkey on the bottom is going to poke and pop that balloon, and then that person is going to, on top of everything that person is juggling, then they're also going to fall flat to the ground. Okay, and then we have source under that, and that's going to be divinely orchestrated. So if you feel like you're handling all that you can handle right now, and then somebody just comes in and pushes your last button, pulls your last string, or whatever, this is orchestrated by God, source. All right, it's orchestrated. Now, the other card that fell out with tuning in, with meditation, is traveling. Now, some of you may like to travel, all right? And what I'm feeling is, if you ever, some twins, you have different levels of beings who are here to help on the planet. Some don't even know what their purpose is, but they still fulfill their purpose. And I'm going to give you an example. Some twins or some people chosen, let's just say chosen, they have DNA codes because they're grid keepers, right? They hold the grids together. They hold these new codes. They hold this new world, this Aquarian age. They hold the DNA codes. They hold the codes. And so some of them will get this urge to go somewhere on the planet, travel to this place, and just be, just visit it, or meditate, or just be in the moment. They don't necessarily know why they want to go there. They just do. It's part of their DNA codes. It's part of them being a grid keeper or whatever it is that they're supposed to do. They're doing it. Energetically, they're doing it. Now, you also, I feel like I'm getting, if you're a person who, you may be a person when you experience a lot of stress, you like to go. You like to travel, get away, escape, you know, take long trips, go long distances. Maybe you feel that's an escape for you, but source is behind it all. All right? Source is behind it all. So have faith. Have faith in that. Whatever that traveling card means to you. Now let's pull some for your twin. A lot of. All right. So your twin is working on raising their vibrations, okay? I see a lot of cards here about being in the present moment, okay? A lot of cards about being in the present moment. Your twin, this came out in the reverse. It came out like this, but it's conditioning. It's the devil card. It's the karmic cycles. It's repeating cycles that we were conditioned to repeat. Like sometimes it's marriage, or sometimes it's staying in bad marriages and bad situations because of children. Things that we're trained to do, we're conditioned to do. And your twin is starting to break that cycle because it did come out in the reverse. So your twin is breaking the cycle of believing that they have to be unhappy in a certain situation just because they were raised, well, this is how it is. Once you're married for life, or you have kids no matter what, even if you're arguing and it's miserable in front of them and they see this, you stay together, or stay with somebody in your age bracket or your race or your income bracket or just whatever it is, conditioning, right? So your twin is getting wiser, all right? This also reminds me of the Hermit card. It's the master. They are mastering their destiny and their fate and what they should be. I believe that you guys are highly spiritual. Just because on both sides, like I've done a lot of twin flame readings, but this reading, the energies are so close, and they're very spiritual. So I believe I'm talking to a Virgo who has a twin, that you both are highly spiritual and highly intuitive, definitely, because your twin is already practicing presence, practicing being in the moment, okay? Stopping and smelling the flowers. Look, just with these two alone, ripeness, experiencing, stopping and smelling the flowers, that's being present, that's being in the very moment. And I can't help but be drawn to those stars beyond those cherries there. Some of you could be some of you guys can be star seeds. You guys can definitely be here to raise the vibration of the planet. Definitely being in the moment. All of these are being in the moment. That's good. Your twin is evolving. But it's really weird because you're both doing a lot of work. Maybe you guys aren't strong enough because you haven't healed. because it looks like this union didn't happen because of ego and pride got in the way, or one of you or both of you didn't feel strong enough to do the journey. That's what it feels like. All right, I'm going to get into your tarot reading. All right, so right now you got the gist of it. You guys are both very close in energy. You're both very highly spiritual and intuitive, okay? And you both need to surrender to the journey. You both may have abandonment issues, okay? Your twin has got to wrap up these karmic cycles, okay? But you're both doing the work, okay? You got in Dark Night of the Soul. They got shadow work. You see how close that is? I never get that. I never get that. That is real close. You guys are like neck and neck. That's very uncommon. That's probably because you're both highly spiritual. So it didn't take a lot to provoke that within you, okay? The answer to union right now is no, and that's because of the healing, okay? Raising the vibration. You both know, and well, compromise is going to be the key. That came out on your side. Like I said, if one of you have to travel and the other one can't, this is going to be a compromise. It's about fulfilling one's purpose. But see, twins understand this. This is not like something, like for instance, a person could have a soulmate, and soulmate's like, you can't leave me here and go do all this. And twin flame connections aren't like that. Twin flame connections are very understanding and have a lot of unconditional love because they understand the mission. Okay. All right. So you're both practicing presence, you too, and you may like to travel because that did come out on your side. All right. All right. Being present, being the observer, reinventing who you are. All right. Very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. All right. So for your side, Virgo, I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot to do your reading. I'm going to do a 9-card spread, and then I will use the Wizard Tarot for your twin. All right, I've done a pre-shuffle, but I'll shuffle a few more times here on camera. Give me a 9-card spread for Virgo on the twin flame journey. Give me a 9-card spread for Virgo on the twin flame journey. 2 more shuffles, Virgo, twin flame journey. And last one. Another thing that it tells me is when your energies are very close like that, I don't see anything about reunion, but usually when your energies are close, in other words, it's happening faster probably than not. Even if it's not right now, it's still going pretty good clip. First card out, 7 of Wands reverse. That is you surrendering to the journey. And now that I see this Emperor card in reverse, I understand what it's about. The Emperor is not needing to be in control. That is letting go of control issues. Okay, in the beginning, I thought that was their energy. That can be your letting go of control issues because it shows up here. So this Emperor is standing for that because the Emperor has to be in control. So that's surrendering. That's releasing control issues. Okay, we do have the Lovers in reverse. This is the twins. It is here. Okay, your twin is in your energetic sphere, but you're not in union. Okay, you're not in union at this time, and that the twins are Gemini and the major arcana. You do not have to be dealing with the Gemini and 4 of Swords because so this is where you're at. All right, you're surrendering. You're surrendering control and allowing yourself to heal. All right, but the healing is what is the blockage right now. I know I see on your twin side there's a sort of a karmic cycle or situation, but it's basically about healing, okay, for your part, and that's why the Lovers are reversed. All right, because the healing has to be done, and it's like I always say, people in like let's say soulmate relationships, soulmates can come together and not be healed, and they'll function just fine. You know, you can have two soulmates, one who gives 40% and the other one who gives 60%, but they still function. And maybe it's not fair and balanced, but they still function. They can go on years like that. But with twin flames, things have to be healed. They have to be right. It's a divine union. It's a divine couple. Things have to happen in divine order and a divine process. And it's always heavily guarded and looked after by Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel. Okay. And this is Raphael for the judgment. Okay. But it is in the reverse because the healing hasn't finished, but they are working. They are working with the twin. Now, Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and it's going to fall right here under this Seven of Wands in reverse. We have letting go, surrendering. I like that. I like that a lot. That's good for you. And again, we have the Emperor reverse. So this is definitely you. This is you, Virgo. You are surrendering the need to be in control of the outcome. And I understand that sometimes for Virgo, it can be difficult because Virgo really likes to work on perfection. And part of making sure everything is perfect is, well, being in control of every aspect of something. But sometimes we just need to understand that sometimes what's perfect is being in the moment. And sometimes the moment isn't perfect. But it is perfect because you're in the moment. You see how that is? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So you might be taking a pause. I will clarify that Knight of Swords in reverse. You might be slowed down to smell the flowers. Okay. Slow down your daily operations because you're like the caterpillar going through this transformation process. Okay. And right now you're sensitive and you're vulnerable. You're not as strong as you normally would be, hence the Strength card in reverse. Okay, it's like, and your twin has it too in reverse. So I think that you're both going through a very sensitive molting type of process where you're going from the old way of being to a new way of being, and it's a very delicate time for the soul. Yeah, the World, major arcana for all four fixed signs, which will be Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. Might be dealing with one of those, but it's about an ending. Okay. We also did get distance. We got traveling here. This can also speak of traveling. All right. But I think that you're surrendering and you're ending things in your life to work on your healing. And then and right here with the Five of Swords reverse and the World, you want to end the arguments and the chaos in your life. You just want some peace. You want some peace for a change. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And possibly you are in a karmic situation or living with somebody or a mother. Because the Queen of Pentacles can be a spouse or a person you live with, someone you have committed yourself to. It can be a mother too. But you just want peace from this person. Okay? Because this person, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, can be just somebody who is too needy, too controlling. Let me clarify. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Card just fell. Give me a second. Yeah, this fell out. I'm going to be inclined to say, Five of Wands. It can be a lot of chaos. Okay, a lot of chaos. A lot of bickering, a lot of commotion, a lot of drama. Okay, a lot of drama. Give me a card for the Knight of Swords. Yeah. You're showing up as the King of Wands reverse, okay, which the Emperor is linked to this card as well. And I just feel like you just don't have the energy to really fight for this type of situation where it's a bunch of chaos and drama and conflict. It wears your spirit down. It just energetically, yeah, it depletes you. It depletes you. All right, give me a card. Give me one more card for that. Yeah, it is. You've gained perspective that you really don't want to go forward. There's someone in your life that's creating a lot of drama and you just don't want to go forward. Now for me, the devil, because this is the devil card in reverse and this is the hangman in reverse. This is Pisces energy, this is Capricorn energy, but what it's telling me is, for me, the devil is the karmic situation. These toxic cycles in our life that have to be ended. And this is you with the hangman in reverse is gaining the perspective. It's like you said, I know I cannot go on any further like this. I can't live the rest of my life in this chaos or drama or someone trying to control me or conflict. You've gained this perspective that it's toxic for you, and because it's toxic for you, it's also going to be toxic for your growth and expansion as a soul, as a person. It's going to affect all levels of you. You are a triune being, mind, body, soul. You realize this toxicity is just going to spread throughout every aspect of your life and it must stop. You've gained perspective. Very good. Okay. Let's do a reading for your twin. Tell me about Virgo's twin. Tell me about Virgo's twin, please. Tell me about Virgo's twin. Oh, wow. The Lovers, first card out in the upright. You both got the Lovers. You both twins came out. All right. Yours is in the reverse. I think that you're surrendering because you're healing. You're not in union with your twin, but for your twin, Virgo, the first card out is the Lovers. That means they do love you. They do desire you. They do want you. That's what that means. And another phone confirmation as my phone goes off. The Fool. They want a new start with you. Right off the bat, 2 major arcana. This is major arcana. If they had the choice, they would do a new start. This is the Lovers upright, Gemini. It's also about a choice, but when we're talking about a twin flame reading, it's a twin flame. And the Fool. This is ruled by the planet Uranus, and this is Aquarius. But this is willing to take a leap, not knowing. It's like saying, I know Spirit has my back. I don't know if my twin has my back, but I know Spirit has my back. And the only way they're going to know about this journey or this twin flame journey is if they just go off that cliff and take a leap. And if you notice, this Fool doesn't have much. They're leaving with like bare minimum. They have what's important to them. They're leaving an old situation because before the Fool, we come to the World, which showed up for them. This is the World. After this card comes the Fool card, a new beginning. So they've ended something to start a new journey. It's right here with the twins, possibly a new journey with you. And they're not taking anything but what's important. What's important, their little doggy, which is a spirit guide in this card, but it could be an animal. It could just be a few things. They could be starting literally from scratch. Let's see what the third card is. Wow. Another major arcana. Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter in the upright. This is good luck. All I know is it seems like this time around, it just seems like fortune favors your twin. You and your twin are very close energetically. Now, for the next row, we have the Queen of Swords reverse and the King of Swords reverse and the Emperor. So, what this tells me, and what this tells me, with this World card, what your twin is willing to end, they're willing to end this karmic cycle. It's the King and Queen of Swords reverse. Could be a divorce, going through divorce or breakup, because the relationship between these two have become cold and unloving and distant. So it looks like your twin is willing to give up that situation to be with you, and here you are, the Emperor in the upright. It's funny because you see yourself as the Emperor in reverse. You see yourself as letting go of control, but maybe seeing yourself as not good enough. But your twin sees you as good enough and recognizes that they're in a very unloving relationship. Very interesting reading. I usually don't get the twin as being evolved as much. You guys are real neck and neck. You guys, it's like usually I get the one twin ahead of the other twin, and it's you guys are real neck and neck here on energies and what you're doing. And like I said, this has to be a very spiritual, not saying twins aren't spiritual, but this is like almost as if um, your mission has something to do with spirituality, because it's like you guys are already in tune with spirit. You see what I'm saying? Usually the awakening process starts that, but it just seems like you've always been this way, but you needed to go to the next level. Here we have a return with the Eight of Cups. It's like they want to return to you, or they want you to return to them, but it's a Eight of Cups. Or maybe they've been settling for this situation, or maybe they're stuck in it. It's an Eight of Cups reverse. It can mean any of those. It can mean they want to return, want you to return, or they're stuck there, or they're settling for less. And Three of Swords, and it's painful. I feel like they're stuck in a situation. I feel like they're settling for that. And I feel like they're trying different things with this Nine of Wands to get out of it. Okay? And I feel like they're listening to their spirit guides, because look at the people in the background. They look like the dead, okay? They look like souls, and with them. And I believe that your twin is settling for a situation, because I feel like maybe they feel stuck. Three of Swords is very painful. And the Nine of Wands, they don't know how to get out of it. They're trying to listen to spirit. They're trying to try different things to get out of it. This is not uncommon. I do see this in a lot of my readings, where twins feel stuck in karmic situations. They don't know how to get out of them. And, let me clarify this Eight of Cups, because that's really this Eight of Cups and Nine of Wands, because everything else is crystal clear on your twins' part. Yeah. I said stuck. I was right. They are stuck. You see that? You see this female tied at the wrist and the swords around? They feel bound and stuck in this situation. Eight of Cups doesn't always mean a return. They may want it, but they feel stuck. Now maybe it's in their mind, or maybe it's another reason. It could be finances. It could be anything. They're stuck. They're stuck. I'm not going to sit here and go through every card to find out why they're stuck, because this is a general twin flame reading. It won't apply to every single Virgo. But look, they're trying all these things. You see these Nine of Cups, that Nine of Wands? They're energetically trying different stuff to free themselves. They're not happy. All right, so let's move on. Now we're going to pull some messages. All right, messages from the Andromeda skies, messages to see what you want to say to your twin and what your twin wants to say to you. So, what does Virgo want to say to their twin? All right. So, for you, Virgo, we got soulmate. So, you may be with a soulmate, okay? Or you might be yourself in a karmic situation. Or that you recognize your twin is with one. It can go like that too, or both. It kind of, it does happen that way sometimes. And also, it says, I was pretending to be someone else. So, when we see that card, it's like pretending to be happy when we're not. We put on this mask of everything's fine. No, I'm fine. Everything's good. We put this mask on because we're really masking the pain. We don't want everyone to know the pain we're in. So it could be that you could be pretending to be someone else. You could have pretended you were happy, pretended you were fine, pretended you weren't interested. I don't know. Now, what does your twin want to say to you? Let's see if anything else wants to come out. All right. Bottom of the deck is you make me want to be a better person. Okay. You make me want to be a better person. So that's a nice thing for them to say. All right. Oops, I picked up this card from here. My bad. This is kind of, it says, I have sexual fantasies about you. Destiny took us down different paths, but that could have been temporary because maybe lessons had to be learned, all right? And please forgive me. So, last deck and we're done. I think I've done you guys' reading faster than I've done all the other signs. But it's because you and your twins' energy is very close together. Most of the other signs, there were a lot of differences. What do the ancestors want to tell Virgo? What do the ancestors want to tell Virgo about this? Anything else? I feel like another card went there. I knew it. I knew more wanted to come out. I felt it. And what do the ancestors want to say to Virgo's twin? What do the ancestors want to say to Virgo's twin? It's going to be same. I feel like several cards. Any more, Spirit? All right. So, and that landed on the twin flame deck. All right, we're going to read yours first, Virgo. Your ancestors want to tell you to get back to the basics, simplify, reduce, and center yourself. So you don't have to keep up with the Joneses, all right? Get back to basics. Get back to what counts, right? Start from your soul space. Get back in touch with your soul, and you'll be guided correctly. Teach and share. A lot of twins do teach and share something. This is part of their mission, is to raise the vibration of the world. And this is instill, instruct, and educate. Explore your creative side. Some of you might like to paint, be artists. A lot of times, we know what we want to do as kids, but, our dreams get crashed. Quick example, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist. Well, my dad says, artists don't make any money. Go be an engineer. Long story short, I didn't become an artist or an engineer. I would have been happier at least being what I wanted to be. So explore your creative side. Maybe you like to write. Maybe you like to draw or paint. Or maybe you like working with your hands. Get in touch with that creative side. And that's also practicing presence, being in the moment. and go after your goals. Be persistent, encourage, and adventure. No, advance. I'm sorry. And advance. So when you're in the moment, go after your goals, whatever it is. I have a feeling it has something to do with this. Go after your goals. If you're living a life that someone else approves of, but you don't approve of it, you got to approve of your own life. You can't approve, live what other people want you to live, because you'll be unhappy. Your twin, their message from their ancestors is be open to love, relationships, passion, and fulfillment. Be open to love, okay? Tune in and connect. Well, I saw that in both of your readings, both of your cards. You're both practicing presence and meditation and tuning into source. Go out in nature. Go out in nature is what they're telling your twin. Your twin will be similar to you. Maybe both of you like to do things in nature, but tune in and connect. All right. Nonverbal communication, intuition, and messages. It's going out there and get messages from source. And focus on children, pregnancy, birth, and adoption. So this may have something to do with your twin. I don't know. It might have to do with maybe children that are already involved, or spirit children that are to come in the future. But it does say focus on children, pregnancy, birth, and adoption. So that might be an option there. All right, Virgo, that's what I got for you guys. I love you guys so much. And if this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Okay? Namaste.